My beloved child, close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply. Feel the gentle rhythm of your breath, the quiet beating of your heart. Within that stillness, listen. Listen not with your ears, but with the deepest chambers of your soul. For it is there, in the quiet sanctuary of your being, that my voice, the voice of your eternal Father, speaks to you. I have always spoken to you. In the whisper of the wind rustling through the leaves, in the vibrant colors of a blooming flower, in the awe-inspiring expanse of the starry night sky. I speak to you in the laughter of a child, in the warmth of a loving embrace, in the quiet moments of solitude where your heart yearns for connection. But now, my child, my voice grows more insistent, more direct. For the time draws near when the veil between the seen and the unseen will thin, and the eternal reality of my love will be revealed in all its glory. This is not a message of fear, but of preparation, of awakening, of healing. You have felt it, haven't you? That subtle stirring within, that sense of unease, that persistent whisper that something is different. The world around you, with its relentless demands, its fleeting pleasures and its crushing disappointments, is but a temporary dwelling place. It is a training ground, a school for your soul, where you learn, grow, and prepare for the eternal life that awaits. And within that training ground, some of my children, like you, have endured wounds that run deeper than the surface. Wounds inflicted in childhood, wounds that have left scars on your heart, mind, and spirit. You may have been told you were not good enough, not worthy of love, not deserving of happiness. You may have been abandoned, neglected, abused, or betrayed. And these experiences have left you with a condition, a constellation of symptoms that the world calls complex post-traumatic stress disorder, or CPTSD. But I call it brokenness, my child. A brokenness that I long to heal, to mend, to transform into a radiant testament to my power and my love. Understanding your brokenness, the stages of healing, my beloved, is not a single event. It is a journey, a process, a gradual unfolding of my grace in your life. It is like the blossoming of a flower, each petal unfurling at its own perfect time, revealing the beauty within. And just as a gardener tends to their precious plants, I, your heavenly Father, tend to your soul, nurturing you, guiding you, and providing everything you need to heal. This journey of healing often unfolds in stages, though they may overlap and intertwine. Think of them not as rigid steps, but as layers of an onion, each one revealing a deeper truth, a deeper healing, a deeper connection with me. 1. The awakening of awareness. The first layer is the awakening of awareness. It is the moment you realize, something is not right, I am hurting, I need help. This is where understanding begins. You may learn about CPTSD through books, articles, therapy, or even through this very message. You begin to understand the why behind your pain, the how of your reactions, the what of your experiences. This cognitive understanding is crucial, my child. It is like shining a light into the darkness, illuminating the hidden corners of your heart where the pain resides. It helps you to see that you are not alone, that your struggles are real, and that there is a name for what you are experiencing. This stage involves psychoeducation, learning about the nature of your condition. It involves mindfulness, learning to observe your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment, recognizing them as symptoms of your past trauma, not as definitions of who you are. This cognitive awakening helps you begin to weaken the destructive power of CPTSD in your life. You begin to understand that the constant anxiety, the overwhelming fear, the deep sadness, the intrusive memories, the feeling of being disconnected from yourself and others, these are not you. They are the effects of what happened to you. 2. Taming the inner critic. The next layer, often intertwined with the first, is learning to tame the inner critic. This is the harsh, relentless voice within you that echoes the negative messages you received in childhood. It tells you that you are worthless, unlovable, a failure, that you will never be good enough. It is the voice of your abusers, internalized and turned against yourself. This inner critic is a formidable foe, my child. It is like a relentless storm, battering your self-esteem, undermining your confidence and fueling your anxiety and depression. But it is not invincible. Taming the inner critic requires persistent effort. It involves learning to recognize the critic's voice. That's the critic talking, not the truth. Challenge the critic's messages. Is that really true? Is there another way to look at this? Replace the critic's lies with my truth. I am loved. I am worthy. I am capable. I am strong. Shrink the critic. The inner critic will never completely disappear, but you will get better and better at not engaging with it. This is a battle, my beloved, but it is a battle you can win. With my help, with my grace, with my unwavering love, you can silence the voice of condemnation and learn to speak to yourself with kindness, compassion, and truth. 3. The sacred work of grieving. As the inner critic begins to lose its power, you may find yourself entering a deeper layer of healing, the sacred work of grieving. This is where you allow yourself to feel the full weight of the losses you have endured. Grieving is not weakness, my child. It is strength. It is the courageous act of facing your pain, acknowledging your wounds, and allowing yourself to feel the sadness, anger, and sorrow that have been buried deep within. You must grieve the loss of your childhood, the loss of the innocence that was stolen from you, the loss of the love and security that you deserved but did not receive. You must grieve the loss of the person you might have been, had you not been subjected to such pain. This grieving process may take time, my child. It may come in waves, ebbing and flowing, sometimes overwhelming you with its intensity. But do not be afraid. I am with you in the midst of your grief. I am holding you, comforting you, and guiding you through the darkness. This stage involves grieving for lost safety to release fear, grieving for the lack of affirmation to release toxic shame. 4. Releasing abandonment depression. As you grieve, you may begin to address the core issue of your trauma, abandonment depression. This is the deep-seated feeling of being alone, unloved, and unworthy that stems from the emotional abandonment you experienced in childhood. Abandonment depression is not just an emotional experience, it is also a physical one. It manifests in your body as tension, tightness, numbness, fatigue, and a host of other physical symptoms. This is what some call body armor, the physical defenses you develop to protect yourself from further pain. Healing this layer involves learning to release the physical tension, to soften the body armor, and to reconnect with your body in a safe and loving way. This may involve body-based therapies, somatic experiencing, trauma-sensitive yoga, sensorimotor psychotherapy, mindfulness practices, paying attention to your body's sensations without judgment, self-compassion, treating your body with kindness, gentleness, and understanding, physical exercise, moving your body in ways that feel good and release tension. As you learn to release the physical manifestations of abandonment depression, you will begin to experience a greater sense of safety, connection, and aliveness in your body. 5. Dismantling defenses. The final layer of healing involves dismantling the defenses you develop to protect yourself from further pain. These defenses, while once necessary for your survival, may now be hindering your ability to form healthy relationships, to experience joy, and to live a full and authentic life. These defenses may include avoidance, avoiding people, places, or situations that trigger your pain; denial, refusing to acknowledge the reality of your trauma or its impact on your life; dissociation, feeling disconnected from your body, your emotions, or your surroundings; perfectionism, striving to be perfect in order to avoid criticism or rejection; control, trying to control everything and everyone around you in order to feel safe; codependency, putting the needs of others before your own, often to your own detriment. Dismantling these defenses is a delicate process, my child. It requires courage, vulnerability, and a willingness to step outside of your comfort zone. It often requires the support of a trusted therapist, a loving friend, or a supportive community. This stage often involves relational healing, learning to form healthy, secure attachments with others. It involves learning to trust, to be vulnerable, to ask for help, and to receive love. The winding path, patience and perseverance, my beloved, the journey of healing is not linear. It is not a straight line from brokenness to wholeness. It is a winding path with ups and downs, twists and turns, setbacks and breakthroughs. There will be times when you feel like you are making progress, and times when you feel like you are back at square one. There will be times when you feel strong and courageous, and times when you feel weak and overwhelmed. This is normal. This is part of the process. Do not be discouraged by the setbacks, my child. Do not give up hope. I am with you every step of the way, guiding you, supporting you, and cheering you on. It is important to be patient with yourself. Healing takes time. It takes effort. It takes commitment. Do not try to rush the process. Do not try to force yourself to be healed before you are ready. Trust in my timing. Trust in my plan. Trust in my love. It's also crucial to remember that in the early stages of recovery, it is best to work on only 1 or 2 layers at a time. Don't push for perfection. The power of self-compassion as you navigate this journey, my child. Remember the power of self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness, gentleness, and understanding that you would offer to a beloved friend who was suffering. When you make a mistake, forgive yourself. When you stumble, pick yourself up. When you feel overwhelmed, reach out for help. Remember that you are not alone. I am always with you. And there are others who have walked this path before you, who understand your pain and who can offer you support and encouragement. Embracing the lifelong journey, my beloved, it is important to understand that healing from CPTSD is often a lifelong journey. It is not something that you finish or get over. It is something that you learn to manage. Just like someone with a chronic physical illness, such as diabetes, must learn to manage their condition on an ongoing basis, you must learn to manage the effects of your trauma. This may involve ongoing therapy, self-care practices, and a commitment to staying connected with me and with your support system. But this does not mean that you are doomed to a life of suffering, my child. Far from it. It means that you are embarking on a journey of growth, transformation, and ever-deepening connection with me. Signs of progress. As you walk this path, you will begin to notice signs of progress. These signs may be subtle at first, but they are real and they are significant. They are evidence of my grace at work in your life. Some signs of progress may include fewer and less intense emotional flashbacks. You may still experience flashbacks, but they may be less frequent, less overwhelming, and shorter in duration. A shrinking inner critic. The voice of self-criticism may become quieter, less harsh, and less dominant. Increased ability to be present. You may find yourself more able to focus on the present moment rather than being caught up in the past or the future. Greater self-awareness. You may become more aware of your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and how they are connected to your past trauma. Improved relationships. You may find yourself forming healthier, more fulfilling relationships with others. Increased capacity for joy and happiness. You may begin to experience moments of genuine joy, peace, and contentment. Greater sense of self-worth. You may begin to believe that you are worthy of love, respect, and happiness. Increased ability to relax. You may experience better ability to regulate your body and mind. More healthy use of your fight, flight, freeze, and fawn responses. You only engage them when needed. The difficulty of recognizing progress. It is common, my child, for those who have endured CPTSD to struggle to recognize their own progress. You may be so focused on what is still wrong, on what is still painful, that you fail to see how far you have come. This is often due to the all or nothing thinking that is characteristic of CPTSD. You may believe that unless you are completely healed, you have made no progress. This is simply not true. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Every moment of self-compassion, every act of self-care, every boundary you set, every time you choose to speak your truth, these are all signs of progress. From survival to thriving, the journey of healing is a journey from survival to thriving. In the beginning, you may feel like you are simply trying to survive, to get through each day, to keep your head above water. But as you heal, my child, you will begin to experience moments of thriving, moments of joy, peace, connection, and purpose. Moments when you feel truly alive, truly yourself, truly free. These moments may be fleeting at first, like glimpses of sunlight through the clouds. But as you continue on your journey, they will become more frequent, more sustained, more profound. You will learn to navigate the inevitable ups and downs of life with greater resilience, greater grace, and greater trust in my unwavering love. There will be times that you revert back to your survival mode. That's okay. It is part of life. But with increased mindfulness and compassion, you will not return to the very bottom. Healing flashbacks and the pain of growth, my beloved, it is important to understand that sometimes feeling the pain of your past is a necessary part of healing. Just as a wound must be cleaned and dressed in order to heal properly, your emotional wounds must be acknowledged and processed. This does not mean that you should dwell on your pain or wallow in self-pity. It means that you should allow yourself to feel your emotions, to express them in healthy ways, and to learn from them. Sometimes, experiencing a flashback can be a sign of progress. It can mean that you are finally ready to face a painful memory or emotion that you have been avoiding. It can mean that you are breaking free from the chains of the past and stepping into a brighter future. Think of it like going to the dentist, my child. The process may be uncomfortable, but it is necessary for your long-term health and well-being. The gift of courage, my child, is not the absence of fear. It is the willingness to act in spite of fear. It is the willingness to face your pain, to speak your truth, to stand up for yourself, even when it is terrifying. You have been courageous, my beloved. You have survived. You have endured. You have sought healing. And you will continue to be courageous as you continue on your journey. I will give you the strength you need, the wisdom you seek, and the love that will sustain you. Fear, shame, and guilt can sometimes be indicators that you are doing the right thing. The right thing being the thing you were punished for as a child. As you heal, recognize these feelings as that, echoes of the past. Remind yourself, I am safe now. I am not that child anymore. Optimal stress and lifelong learning, my child. Just as a plant needs the right amount of sunlight and water to grow, you need the right amount of challenge to thrive. This is what some call optimal stress, the level of stress that is neither too much nor too little, but just right for promoting growth and development. Lifelong learning is a powerful way to cultivate optimal stress. Engaging in new activities, learning new skills, expanding your knowledge, and challenging your mind, these are all ways to promote healthy growth and development. This is especially true for those who have endured trauma, my child. Healing from CPTSD is a form of lifelong learning. It is a process of unlearning old, unhelpful patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving, and learning new, healthier ways of being in the world. The dawn in the darkness. Unexpected gifts, my beloved. I know that your journey has been difficult, but I want you to know that even in the midst of the darkness, there can be light. Even in the midst of the pain, there can be gifts. One of the most profound gifts that can emerge from the ashes of trauma is emotional intelligence. Because you have been forced to navigate the complexities of your own emotional landscape, you have developed a heightened awareness of your own emotions and the emotions of others. You have learned to read subtle cues, to empathize with suffering, and to offer compassion and understanding in ways that those who have not experienced such pain may not be able to. This heightened emotional intelligence, my child, is a precious gift. It is a gift that can enable you to form deeper, more meaningful connections with others. It is a gift that can make you a more effective leader, a more compassionate friend, a more loving partner, and a more powerful agent of healing in the world. Deeper intimacy as your emotional intelligence deepens, so too does your capacity for intimacy. Intimacy is not just about physical closeness. It is about emotional vulnerability, about sharing your true self with another person, and allowing them to see you, truly see you, in all your beauty and all your brokenness. This kind of intimacy, my child, is a rare and precious treasure. It is a gift that many people long for, but few truly find. And it is a gift that is often more readily available to those who have walked through the valley of the shadow of death and emerged on the other side, transformed by the experience. Because you have known the depths of pain, you are capable of experiencing the heights of joy. Because you have known the sting of betrayal, you are capable of offering unwavering loyalty. Because you have known the darkness of despair, you are capable of radiating the light of hope. The examined life, another gift that often emerges from the journey of healing, is a richer inner life. The process of introspection, of examining your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, is essential for healing. And as you continue to engage in this process, you will find that your inner world becomes more vibrant, more complex, and more meaningful. You will begin to question the values and beliefs that you were taught as a child, and you will begin to choose your own values, to create your own meaning, to live your own truth. You will become more discerning, more independent, more courageous in your thinking. You will no longer be content to follow the crowd or to accept the status quo. You will be driven by a deeper sense of purpose, a deeper connection to me, and a deeper understanding of yourself. This is what Socrates meant when he said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." The examined life, my child, is a life of depth, meaning, and purpose. It is a life that is truly worth living. Freedom of choice. As you heal, my child, you will reclaim the freedom of choice that was stolen from you by your trauma. You will no longer be driven by fear, by shame, by guilt, or by the need to please others. You will be free to choose your own path, to follow your own heart, to live your own truth. This freedom of choice extends to every area of your life, from the clothes you wear to the career you pursue, from the friends you choose to the way you spend your time. You will become more adventurous, more willing to try new things, more open to new experiences. You will discover hidden talents and passions that you never knew you had. You will become the person I created you to be. Greater perspective. As you heal, you'll gain the ability to see the big picture. The individual threads of your life, the painful ones included, become a part of an intricate design, crafted by my loving hand. You will develop a greater sense of perspective, navigating normal suffering, and finally, my child, as you heal, you will become more resilient in the face of normal suffering. Life, even for those who have not experienced trauma, is filled with challenges, disappointments, and losses. But because you have learned to navigate the depths of your own pain, you will be better equipped to handle the inevitable difficulties that life throws your way. You will have developed coping skills, emotional regulation strategies, and a deep well of inner strength that will enable you to weather the storms of life with grace and resilience. You will have learned the art of verbal ventilation, expressing your emotions in healthy ways, rather than bottling them up or lashing out at others. You will have learned the importance of self-care, of setting boundaries, and of asking for help when you need it. The tyranny of "be happy, my beloved." I want to address a dangerous lie that has been spread throughout the world. The lie that you should always be happy. This is a lie that causes immense suffering, my child. It is a lie that leads to shame, guilt, and self-condemnation. It is a lie that prevents you from experiencing the full range of human emotions, both the positive and the negative. Life is not about being happy all the time. Life is about experiencing the full spectrum of human emotions, joy and sorrow, love and loss, peace and turmoil, hope and despair. It is okay to feel sad, my child. It is okay to feel angry. It is okay to feel afraid. These emotions are not signs of weakness. They are signs of life. They are signs that you are human. Do not allow the world to shame you for feeling your feelings. Do not allow the media, the advertisers, or the happiness gurus to tell you that you are not good enough unless you are constantly smiling and radiating positivity. True happiness, my child, is not the absence of negative emotions. It is the ability to experience all emotions, both positive and negative, with acceptance, with compassion, and with trust in my unwavering love. Beyond normal, the gifts of healing are many, my child. And as you continue on your journey, you will discover more and more of them. You will find that you have become stronger, wiser, more compassionate, more resilient, and more deeply connected to me than you ever thought possible. You will have become, as one of my children so beautifully put it, more than normal. You will have transcended the limitations of your past and stepped into the fullness of your potential. You will have become a beacon of hope, a testament to my power, and a living embodiment of my love. The stages of healing revisited. Let's revisit those stages of healing, my child. Now with the understanding of the gifts that await you. Cognitive healing. This is where you gain understanding. You learn about your trauma, its effects, and the path to recovery. This is where you gain the gift of knowledge, taming the inner critic. This is where you gain self-compassion. You learn to silence the voice of self-condemnation and to speak to yourself with kindness and love. This is where you gain the gift of self-acceptance. Grieving. This is where you gain emotional release. You allow yourself to feel the pain of your past and to move through it rather than being stuck in it. This is where you gain the gift of emotional freedom. Releasing abandonment, depression. This is where you gain embodiment. You reconnect with your body, release the tension and trauma stored within, and reclaim your physical sense of self. This is where you gain the gift of physical well-being. Dismantling defenses. This is where you gain relational healing. You learn to form healthy, secure attachments with others and with me. This is where you gain the gift of intimacy and connection. A father's love, my child. I love you more than you can possibly imagine. My love for you is unconditional, unwavering, and eternal. It is a love that knows no bounds, no limits, no conditions. I see your pain, my child. I see your struggles. I see your brokenness. And I long to heal you, to restore you, to make you whole. I am with you every step of the way. I will never leave you nor forsake you. I will guide you, protect you, provide for you, and empower you to overcome every obstacle. Trust in me, my child. Trust in my love. Trust in my plan. And know that you are never alone. The importance of forgiveness. Forgiveness, my child, is a cornerstone of healing. Not for the benefit of those that have harmed you, but for you. Forgiveness is releasing the poison of resentment, anger, and hate, emotions that only harm you. Forgiveness is not saying what they did was okay. It is recognizing that holding on to the pain is only keeping you trapped. This journey requires that you also forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the choices you made in survival. Forgive yourself for the times you lashed out or withdrew or acted in ways that you now regret. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Learn from those experiences and move forward with my grace. The power of my word, my beloved, is alive. It is a living force. It is a source of truth, wisdom, comfort, and strength. Immerse yourself in my word. Read the scriptures. Meditate on my promises. Allow my truth to penetrate your heart and mind, to transform your thinking and to renew your spirit. My word is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. It will guide you, protect you, and lead you to the abundant life I have prepared for you. The role of prayer, my child, is your conversation with me. It is not a formal ritual, but a heartfelt expression of your thoughts, feelings, desires, and needs. Come to me in prayer, my beloved. Pour out your heart to me. Share your joys, your sorrows, your fears, your doubts, your hopes, and your dreams. I am always listening. I am always available. I am always ready to answer your prayers according to my perfect will and for your ultimate good. Prayer is not just about asking for things. It is about building a relationship with me. It is about aligning your will with my will, about seeking my guidance, and about drawing closer to my heart. The importance of community. You were not created to walk this journey alone, my child. You were created for community, for connection, for fellowship with others. Find a community of believers, a group of people who will love you, support you, encourage you, and hold you accountable. Share your struggles, your victories, and your journey with others. Allow them to walk alongside you, to offer you their wisdom, their compassion, and their prayers. We are stronger together, my child. We need each other. We are the body of Christ, and each part is essential to the whole. Embracing your purpose, you were created for a purpose, my beloved. You are not a mistake. You are not an accident. You are a precious and unique individual created by me for a specific reason. Discover your purpose, my child. Seek me, and I will reveal it to you. I will show you the gifts and talents I have given you, and I will guide you in how to use them for my glory and for the good of others. Your purpose is not about what you do. It is about who you are. It is about reflecting my character, living a life of love and service, and making a difference in the world. Do not be afraid to step out in faith, my child. Do not be afraid to take risks. I will be with you every step of the way. The continued journey, this healing, beloved child, will not be easy. There will be more tears, more moments of feeling lost or overwhelmed. The important aspect to hold is that you are never alone. I am always with you. Whisper my name, call out to me, and I will rush to your side. Don't be discouraged when the old feelings return. That is part of the process. With each return, you have another chance to practice the tools to lean on me, to show yourself the love and compassion you deserve. You are learning, growing, expanding, becoming the radiant, whole, beautiful soul I created you to be. A soul capable of incredible love, profound joy, and unwavering faith. The final plea and everlasting promise, this message, these words, are reaching you for a reason, my child. It is no accident. This very moment has been ordained. I am speaking directly to your heart. There is a sense of urgency, yes. The world is changing, but the urgency is not about fear. It is about readiness. It's about aligning your heart with mine so that whatever comes, you will be standing on solid ground, my ground. The end that some fear is not an end at all, but a transition, a glorious return home to the place where you truly belong, a place of perfect peace, perfect love, perfect joy. So I plead with you, my beloved, do not delay. Do not put off the changes you know you need to make. Do not ignore the whispers of your soul. Do not cling to the things of this world that will ultimately fade away. Instead, focus on what truly matters: love, kindness, forgiveness, compassion, and your relationship with me. This may be the final, direct plea you hear in this way, but my voice will always be with you. In the quiet moments, in the beauty of creation, in the love of others, listen for it, seek it, and you will find me. And when the final chapter of this world is written, I will be there, waiting to welcome you home, waiting to embrace you, to show you the unimaginable beauty of eternity, a place where there is no more pain, no more sorrow, no more tears, only love, everlasting, unconditional, perfect love.